Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? We are live now with episode 7 of Not That Late Night. I'm the host, Chris Napper. You knew that, though, because you're probably only watching this if you know me. Um, it's probably going to be a short episode today. I am leaving tomorrow for Vegas, so I have some packing and things to wrap up before I leave. But I didn't want to leave without talking to y'all, so wanted to say what's up and see how everybody's doing. Um, Sorry for a slightly late start today, but like I said, I've been busy trying to wrap up a bunch of things before I leave for Vegas tomorrow. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Thanks for everybody that's joined so far. What's up, Braden? What's up, Megan? How you guys doing? Um, it is super nice here in Linwood, but hopefully it will be even nicer in Vegas tomorrow. Um, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting down there and having a good time. A lot of my usual guests in the chat here will probably not be here today because some of them, a couple friends, are already in Vegas. They left to, are leaving today. Um, my sister is usually in here is at a Michelle Obama speaking event, which is super dope. I'm kind of jealous. Um, but yeah, it's all about everybody. Megan caught it just in time. Says she hopes I have an awesome trip. Thanks, Megan. I hope I do too. Hopefully I survive it all and everything goes well. Um, I'm most concerned about the flight. Flying in a wheelchair is never a good time. Not fun. Um, Megan says, "Dude, stuck in the burn factory. It's way too nice out to be here." I agree. I'm dying to get outside, so I'm very much looking forward to a little vacation. Um, let's see, Brent just joined. What's up, Brent? How you doing, my man? Megan asks, "Who am I meeting with in Vegas?" Um, so last year, my friend was getting married, and so we did his bachelor party in Vegas, and we all had a great time. So we collectively kind of just planned on all of us going back again this year. And not all of the groomsmen were able to make it this year, but several of us are. So my my roommate has been very inappropriate in my doorway, trying to distract me. Yeah, so I'm flying down with my friend Robbie. Robbie's been a buddy of mine for, gosh, what, like, probably 10, 15 years now. A long time. We met at MDA camp. He was a volunteer counselor, and I'm meeting up with my friends, also named Rob, and Eric. I've known Rob since like first grade or something like that. We go way back. He was the groom in the wedding, and then his friend Eric, who's also my friend, but I met him through Rob. They're heading down tonight, so we'll be meeting up with them tomorrow. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Looks like a few more people to join. What's up, guys? Hey, Macy. What's up, Caitlin? Hey. Caitlin is Robbie's wife. I appreciate her loading Robbie to me for the week, or 3 days, whatever it is. Um, Appreciate Caitlin. I know me and Robbie will have a good time. Oh, Nancy joined. What's up, Nancy? Long time. How you doing? Yeah. So anyway, so we got a pretty good group in here now, so let's jump into it. Um, so a couple things I was asked to talk about, or just want to talk about. First up was, we'll keep this one short just because I'm kind of sick of talking about him. But I was asked to talk about Trump's mental health. Um, so Kaylin says I can thank her by babysitting. I would be very happy to babysit. My kid's adorable. The last time I saw him, he spent the whole time just napping peacefully. That was my kind of babysitting gig. But anyway, so Trump's mental health is obviously going down the toilet. That's kind of sad to say. Don't wish that upon anybody. But he is a big jerk, so whatever. Um, yeah, it doesn't look good. Um, I know that George Conway tweeted a bunch of like clinical um, descriptions of was it narcissistic personality disorder or something to that effect, and it pretty much describes Mr. Trump to a T. It's really sad, but he just doesn't belong in office. Somebody needs to get him out of there. My opinion. Um, I hope it's your opinion too. But uh, yeah, I know. I said I'm sick of talking about him. Not a fan. I think he is doing a lot of damage to the country, and I hope he just goes away. Um, yeah, is what it is. Let's see. Megan says, "Good luck on the flight. I know all too well how it is flying with a wheelchair. Yeah, it is not good. Um, I know they just released some statistics about all the damages the airlines do to wheelchairs. They were just recently required to start reporting that, and so some statistics just came out. Hopefully, this will help encourage them to treat wheelchairs with a little more care, be more careful with them. My first trip to Vegas, they completely broke my wheelchair. And I spent the whole trip not being able to move. So I hope that doesn't happen again. Um, but yeah. Let's see, Will just joined. What's up, Will? Hope you had a safe trip back to, I assume you flew back to Utah. I'm not sure, but I know you're flying out of, I assume, SeaTac earlier. Um, but yeah. So, moving right along, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil made some really stupid comments on a show recently that were not only stupid, but very damaging to people with disabilities. Um, he had a couple on. They call them now interabled couples, which is kind of a strange term, but I guess it's nice to have a term for it. Um, so interabled couple, somewhat self-explanatory. One person is able-bodied, one person has a physical disability. Not so able-bodied. Um, so they had this interabled couple on the show. The guy, I believe, had some sort of uh, paralyzing accident. So he was in a wheelchair. He was dating this girl who eventually had became his caregiver. They were in a relationship, but like I said, she's also now working as his caregiver. Um, they they claimed that where they lived, there were not many options as far as caregivers go, which I totally understand. Finding caregivers can be really hard, especially if you live in a rural area. And beyond that, finding a good caregiver is even harder. There are a lot of trash caregivers out there. Um, no shade, but I don't know. It seems like sometimes they hire just about anybody, just some incompetent people. So she had kind of taken on the caregiving tasks for this dude, which I mean, good for her. She obviously cared about the dude, wanted to help him. Totally cool, understandable, good for them. Um, however, they had a lot of problems in their relationship. They were fighting a lot. It seemed to me like the dude, I'll say he was disabled because of an injury. He'd become paralyzed. And it didn't seem like he was coping with that very well. He seemed very angry and bitter and depressed, which is all understandable. But he seemed to be kind of taking out his anger and frustrations on his girlfriend, which is not so cool. Um, but anyway, so they're fighting a lot, and they come on the show, and the dude is obviously dealing with some feelings of like feeling like he's just a burden on his girlfriend because she has to take care of him and whatnot, which I totally get. I struggle with feeling like a burden on my friends and family really, really bad. Like that's probably one of the things I struggle with most, psychologically or whatever. And it sucks. It sucks to feel like you're a burden on people. Um, asking for help is something I think everybody has a hard time with. So when you're disabled and you have to ask for help, like regularly, it sucks and it can be depressing and all that. So this guy, he kind of was dealing with feeling like a burden on his girlfriend. His his girlfriend was probably assuming she was dealing with some they call it caregiver burnout, where basically the caregiver is just kind of overworked, and because it's a type of job where like somebody's dependent on you, you don't necessarily get like a break. Like you can't take a break. That person needs your help, and if there's no other supportive care, especially when it's just on one person, it can be tiring, exhausting. So yeah, this is really like hurting the relationship. Now, Dr. Phil made this comment that has now become a hashtag of 100 out of 100. And basically, he gave the guy in this relationship an ultimatum saying, like, she can either be your caregiver or your girlfriend. She cannot be both. Um, it has to be like basically all or nothing, which is garbage advice. Um, Dr. Phil doesn't know what he's talking about in this situation. Um, I think it would have been good advice to maybe advise him to seek additional help somehow, even if they had to move somewhere where there was better care around them. Um, because, yeah, relying on one person for all of your care is asking a lot. And that could definitely be a strain on the relationship. But he said that 100 out of 100 relationships that involve caregiving fail. And that's just flat out not true. There are tons of interable couples where the able bodied partner does some or all of that person's caregiving. Um, Me personally, like I'm single right now, but I I wouldn't want my partner to do 100% of my caregiving. There's certain things that if she wanted to take on, that'd be awesome. Meal preps, simple things, whatever. But to say that, like, the partner can't do any caregiving or it'll ruin the relationship is stupid because that basically throws out the whole, like, in sickness health part of, like, marriage vows. Like, you're supposed to want to help the person you love. Now, you can't always rely on somebody for everything all the time. Like, that will burn somebody out. But it's definitely not an all or nothing type of thing, like Dr. Phil said. And the reason this is, like, so annoying that he said something so stupid is because it's super damaging to people with disabilities. Like, it's super hard already for people with disabilities to be even looked at as potential relationship partners. Um, we're almost seen as being, like, is it asexual? Um, so for Dr. Phil to say basically this person, you can't date them if you have to also help them is just garbage. And it really makes me wonder if Dr. Phil or his wife were to end up paralyzed or had ALS or became disabled, what is he gonna tell that person? I will not help you. I will not care for you. Somebody else is gonna have to do that because I'm your lover. Because it doesn't make sense. It's stupid and super harmful to disabled people that live very fulfilling lives and relationships. Tons of people are disabled, have girlfriends, wives, husbands, boyfriends, the whole gamut. Um, so yeah, basically Dr. Phil was talking some nonsense. It's not cool, not acceptable. And there's this hashtag that a bunch of interracial couples have been using to prove him wrong. It's hashtag 100 out of 100. If you look that up, um, there's tons of examples of successful interracial relationships, which are super awesome and super inspiring to people like me. Um, I think it gives people like me hope. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Dr. Phil's an idiot. What can you do? Anyway, looks like some more people have joined the chat. What's up, Kevin? Kevin, I was just hanging out with Prescott the other day. He was asking me if we talked. Um, yeah, man, how you doing? Um, Karen or possibly Dylan, he said one of you joined. What's up, either one of you or both of you? How you guys doing? Sarah joined. What's up, Sarah? Let's see. Megan says, passed everyone that passed out. Hi. With the door unlocked and having step. Oh boy, yikes. Megan, that is not fun. Let's see. Jaleesa joined. What's up? Uh, Keith and Sherry Ball joined. Not sure it's both of you or one of you, but either way, what's up, guys? Ryan Booth, what's up? Good to have you here, man. Aubrey, what's up? I like the new haircut. Looks good on you. Bobby says, you have a good take on Dr. Phil's ignorance. He should meet some of my married friends at SMA. It's up to both halves of the couple to make sure that there are adequate resources in place to avoid burnout. If the able-bodied partner gets into it with unrealistic concepts of how much they can take on, it won't work. Burnout is huge, but can be dealt with. By the way, I hate the term integrated relationship. A relationship should be about mind and heart to mind and heart. The physical body is just part of the deal. I I mostly agree, Bobby. Um, yeah, the term interracial relationship does sound weird and just like overly PC, but I'm kind of glad that there is a term for it. Like, because most people like don't even seem to realize that it's a thing, that interracial relationships exist. So the fact that it has a name at least means people are like starting to notice, or yeah, it is a thing. So there's good and bad to it. Whatever. Um, but yeah, you make a good point there, Bobby. Um, the really like this whole how much or if caregiving can be part of a relationship, I think really just comes down to like open communication between the people in the relationship. You know, if the able-bodied partner like is feeling burnt out or whatever, they need to communicate that to the disabled person to, bring on additional help and support so they can figure things out and make it work. Um, and same with the disabled person needs to communicate to their partner like what they want. If they expect, how much care and how much they would prefer the partner or outside help to do. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I said, just more about open communication than anything else. Thanks, man. No worries. So talking to my roommate here. Um, but yeah, so for Dr. Phil to pretend that he knows like what will or will not work in a relationship that he doesn't have enough insight into to really understand is nonsense. Um, I don't like it. Um, but yeah, and there's just too much variance in personalities and who can handle how much. It's going to vary too much from person to person. And I think honestly, a lot of their problems weren't even necessarily like related to their disability. Like they might just not be a good couple. Like their personalities might just clash. They might not get along well. I, so I don't know. I don't know enough about them or their relationship to judge it. But yeah, Dr. Phil's advice was just basically further guilting this disabled guy for the help he needed and saying that it's destined to fail if she has to provide any care for him. And that's garbage because in every relationship, people rely on each other. You know, even if it's not for caregiving, uh, two able-bodied people will rely on each other for something. Be one person takes care of the finances, one person might take care of the household chores or the cooking or walking the dog or whatever it is. People rely on each other. What's the saying? Like, no man is an island. So everybody relies on everybody for help with stuff. Yeah, I don't know. My 2 cents is what it is. Some more people have joined. What's up, Megan? Hope you're doing well. Sarah, hi. How's it going? Will says Dr. Phil says. Yes, he does. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes Dr. Phil is kind of true, I guess. Like, he says things bluntly, which I kind of respect and like. A lot of people sugarcoat things a little bit too much. So I dig the whole say it as it is approach myself. But you gotta know what you're talking about. Can't talk out of pocket, which I think he was doing. And yeah, whatever. Hopefully he's noticing these hashtag 100 out of 100 posts, and hopefully it has educated him. And I'd like to see him like say something about it on the show. As I said, his previous comments were super damaging to the disabled community, so I'd like to see him make up for it in a way, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah. Let's see. Megan says, preach. Relationships are partnerships. Amen, Megan. Chris Brown joined. What's up, Chris? Long time, my man. Chris was my neighbor growing up in Everett. Good to see you join me, man. Will says Trump sucks too. Yes, it does. In my opinion, you're welcome to your own, but let's see. Bobby thinks Dr. Phil should hear from me. He could learn. I do not pretend to be an educator. I'm a simple man, but I know a couple things, I guess. Um, yeah, I'd love to talk to Dr. Phil. Drop some knowledge on that bald head of his. I don't know. Um, yeah. What do you guys think? I was also interested that he conducted a poll on the show of like how many of the guests would be open to dating somebody. Um, I don't remember if it was worded as somebody with a disability or somebody that required care or someone in a wheelchair. I don't remember, but like, a certain percentage of the audience said yes, some said no. And then they asked them if they would date somebody if like they had to provide the care or something like that. I don't remember. Like even less said yes at that point. I don't know. Again, that also just seemed to like add guilt to this disabled dude that needed help. So that was kind of a little bit messed up in my opinion, but whatever. I obviously have a bias. Like I said, I myself struggle with that whole like feeling like a burden thing. I know my friends always complain that I don't ask for things when I need them, and that's why, because I struggle with feeling like a burden. So I try not to be a burden by not asking for things, even if I probably need some help with something. Or I would spend an hour trying to do something for myself when somebody else who's standing right there could do it for me in like 2 seconds. But I said that's just me trying to not be that burdensome. But whatever, you do what you can. Um, let's see. Trissy joined. What's up, Trissy? Glad to have you join. Chris Brown says, good seeing you, keeping it real, my friend. I try, Chris. We all do our best. Hope you and your family are doing well, my friend. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. The last thing I really wanted to address, um, some of you may have seen my recent profile picture, and without going into too much detail out of respect for the privacy of my friend and his family, my friend Nash had an accident. He's currently trying to recover from the accident, and he has shown taking some steps on the road to recovery, which I'm super excited about. He's got a long road ahead of him. Uh, but yeah, Nash is a great dude. I met him at this camp. It's called Camp Promise, which I've talked about before, but it's a camp for people of all ages with neuromuscular diseases like mine. And Nash was a volunteer counselor. He actually lives in Colorado, but he participated in a camp down there and then flew up here to do the camp here in Washington. He was in my cabin. He was a counselor for my buddy John Haskett, uh, and they just became great friends instantly. Nash became friends with all of us. like super sweet, just a great dude. Um, yeah, really heartbreaking to hear about his accident. Nash is also the dude who it was his idea to start MD Adventures. You see, I put the logo up on my video today. Um, MD Adventures is the nonprofit that he and, and me and some other people have started. Like I said, it was his idea. Nash was at my house after camp, and I was showing him some videos of people in wheelchairs bungee jumping and paragliding and doing all these cool things, and just kind of talking about how much I want to and would love to do a bunch of these things. And he instantly wanted to figure out ways to make it happen. And over the next few days, we were talking about some of them, and he had the idea to start this nonprofit to provide these adventures for all people with muscular dystrophy. And I was super stoked at the idea of that. I know there's tons of people with muscular dystrophy that are thrill seekers like me that I don't know what it is, but we just want to get out there and do all these crazy things and experience every bit of life that we can. And so he came up with the name MD Adventures and made the logo. And he's been organizing and running a bunch of fundraisers. And yeah, so he just this incredible dude, great friend. I'll say he had an accident. He's in the hospital. Um, been thinking about him a lot. Um, and so his family has asked that instead of sending him flowers or cards or gifts, they would like people to donate to either his nonprofit, MD Adventures, or to Camp Promise, which, like say he's been a volunteer at, and both are obviously organizations near and dear to his heart as well as mine. And so I thought to help with that fundraising that their family has asked in lieu of, I said, flowers or gifts or things like that, that I would make a little incentive to try to get some more funds coming that way. So I try and come up with some ideas. And if you don't know, my website, Snappy Clothing, has items for sale that benefit both of these organizations. I will show you. This is my website, Snappy Clothing. Here's my keyboard. So this is Snappy Clothing. And if you scroll down to custom apparel, you'll see there is a MD Adventures collection and a Camp Promise collection. If you go to one of these, we'll do MD Adventures. There are several items with our MD Adventures logo. We got baseball tees, we got baseball caps, we got a hoodie, we got a beanie, a unisex t-shirt, a stainless steel water bottle. We have a youth t-shirt and a toddler t-shirt. And then in the Camp Promise collection, we have a crew neck sweatshirt. We have a baseball cap. We have a beanie. We have a hoodie. We have a men's tee. We have a women's tee. And we have a kids tee. So when any of these items are purchased the proceeds I donate to the corresponding organization. Now, my thought is um, when people buy enough of these, I will do something stupid and humiliating as sort of an incentive. So I'm thinking, we'll say, like, if people buy, if I get 5 orders of either MD Adventures or Camp Promise collection item, I will, during my next broadcast, I will have ice put down my shirt. If you know me, I hate the cold, and I will whimper like a little girl, I'm sure. Um, so if you all want to see me with ice down my back, which I cannot get out because tripled arms don't work well enough to get the ice out, so I will just have to freeze until the ice melts. Um, 5 people or 5 items from those collections will need to be ordered. Um, if we meet that, if we get up to 10 items, I will do the cinnamon challenge live on this broadcast. I've never done the cinnamon challenge, but I've seen some videos of people doing it. We'll see how I compare. If we can sell 15 of these items from either collection, I will take a sip of Dave's Insanity hot sauce. And for context, I took just the tiniest little dab of this hot sauce, and my eyes were instantly watering. I had to chug a whole bunch of milk. It's really hot. It will be painful. I will cry. You will watch. You will laugh. Again, guys, 15 items. Yeah. If we sell more than that, see, we'll say I would be shocked if we get more than that, but if we can get up to 20 items, let's do the bet that was supposed to be made between Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick. If we sell 20 items, I will shave an eyebrow live on this broadcast. One eyebrow for 20 items. That is the challenge. So recap, we sell 5 items. I will put ice down my shirt live. Do it during the show. 10 items, I'll do the cinnamon challenge. 15 items, simple pots of Dave's Insanity hot sauce. And 20 items, shave an eyebrow. Yeah, so if you want to see me humiliated and laugh at my expense, and support one or both of these 2 good causes, go to, let me switch my stream back to the website. I'm going to show you again. If you would like to see this, one second. Shuffling windows here. If you would like to see these things happen, come to Snappy Clothing, go to Custom Apparel, click on either MD Adventures and buy an item, or click on Camp Promise Collection and buy an item. So both of these collections proceeds will be donated to the corresponding organizations. So you will be supporting a good cause. You will cause me to humiliate myself, and you'll be supporting my buddy Nash with his family's wishes while he is recovering from his accident. So I hope you guys will show a little love to these organizations and to my buddy Nash. Please send all your well wishes, prayers, incantations, voodoo magic, whatever you can to help my buddy while he recovers. We wish him all the best. Um, yeah. Let's see. I should probably switch my camera back. My face again. Yeah. So that's more or less all I got for today. Let me check back in here, see what's up with the comments. Megan had to run. Flashy touched the shell. I'm not a burden. That feels that way sometimes. Um, yeah. Shout out to Megan. Thanks for joining in. I was like, Hal is joined. What's up, Hal? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? See, Zeke is here. What's up, Zeke? It's good talking to you after one of the previous broadcasts. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Jenny is here. What's up, Jenny? How are you doing? Yeah. Anybody else got anything else you want to add? Throw it in the comments. Um, I am taking off tomorrow for Vegas. Um, yeah, hopefully the flight doesn't damage my wheelchair. Um, we are doing this thing called dream racing, which I'm super excited for. Get to fly around the racetrack and some supercars. It should be fun. Um, Other than that, we're more or less doing this trip by ear. We are planning on hitting up In-N-Out, which I've never been to In-N-Out Burger before, so I'm super psyched to try that. Have any of you guys ever been to Vegas? Any recommendations of places to eat, things to do, anything to see? Throw it in the comments. Let's see, Rob's here. What's up, Rob? How are you doing, my man? How's New York, man? Still be getting late for you, my friend. Jenny says, what's up? Sorry I missed tonight. You didn't miss it all, Jenny. Um, but yeah, thanks for joining in, regardless. Megan says, we expect pictures from your adventure. I just got a mount for my cell phone, so I am hoping I can use that to like take a few videos and things on my trip. So I don't really like having to bug my friends to like help me film stuff when we're out doing things. But well, I'll see if they don't mind, hitting the record button a few times so we can capture some things. I know for the dream racing, we did get the package that includes some GoPro videos and things like that. So if nothing else, I should have some footage of the racing experience. Um, but yeah, see, Rob says In-N-Out is worth it. Glad to hear. I know people always compare In-N-Out with Dick's burgers here in Seattle, and I love Dick's. Mostly out of like Seattle loyalty, and it's very affordable and good for the price. That being said, just based off of the pictures I've seen, In-N-Out looks really good. So I'm pretty excited to try some In-N-Out. Um, let's see. Jenny says, I wanted to hear your thoughts on the Dr. Phil show. Well, Jenny, we talked about that for a good portion of this video, actually. So watch this video back. It will be on my page. And I don't know if I should really promote it yet because it's not really 100% ready, but I do have a YouTube page now, which I've started uploading these videos onto. Um, and I'm hoping to eventually be able to broadcast both on YouTube and Facebook. Um, so you can check out my YouTube page. Is the username is Snappy Clothing. So check that out. Um, but this video will be on my Facebook wall, so you can check out my thoughts on Dr. Phil. It will be in there. Um, Rob asked, do I know which car going in? So Rob, I know they have like tons of cars for people to drive. Since I cannot drive, um, they have, it's called the Drift Experience, where a professional driver drives you or you ride along. So I'm going to be doing that. And I believe they only had two cars for that one. One was a BMW, and one, I believe, was a Camaro, if I remember right. So I'm not sure which one I'll be in. I don't know if I get to choose or it's more up to what's available. But but yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Jenny says she has to go take care of Justin. Also, she needs more snappy stuff. Jenny told Justin I said what's up. Um, Glad you guys have joined in. I appreciate you supporting my snappy clothing brand. Love the pictures of you guys in your snappy hat. But yeah, if you didn't see earlier, Jenny, I'm currently doing a incentive to purchase MD Adventure clothing items or Can't Promise clothing items on Snappy Clothing. Check out the MD Adventures collection and the Can't Promise collection. And if I sell enough of those items, I will do some humiliating things, such as ice down my shirt, the cinnamon challenge, a sip of Dave's Insanity hot sauce, or shave an eyebrow. Depending on how many items I can sell, I will do one of those things or all of those things live on this show. So buy some gear, guys. Let's make a fool out of me. Let's see. Rob says, I think In-N-Out burgers are better than Dick's, but Dick's fries beat out almost any. Okay, I feel you there. I do love the Dick's fries. I also really like the Dick's and milkshakes. So I'll have to do a comparison. Um, I've heard what's it called, like the animal fries, I believe it's called, at In-N-Out. Looked and sound pretty good, so we'll see. Yeah, see you guys. Oh man, I would love that drift experience thing. Very cool. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It should be fun. There will definitely be video of that, so I will share that experience with you. Um, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get back at it. Like I said, I got a bunch of crap I gotta get done before I leave tomorrow on my trip. So wish me luck, and everybody have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Bye.